Let's get it.
Yep. Got it.
Yo, I just want to say thank you.
So,
thank you.
Sure, of course.
Now Sergeant Davis. Hey. Hey, I gotta pay dues. I gotta give my respects.
Man, I appreciate it though. It's a long time coming.
Facts.
Long time coming, man.
Facts.
You up next?
Oh, I didn't tell you. So before we get into what we're gonna talk about, I didn't tell you. Mm-hmm. I found out data rank was I promoted to sergeant September 3rd. I didn't even know. I ain't flex about it. I didn't want to post it because I was like, I don't even got a sergeant rank with me. I'm just here. So yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. I found out like 2 weeks. I found out like 2 weeks after I'm like, I'm back in the States now. One of the E6s, she calls me, she said, call me back. Kyle was at a mastermind. So I didn't pick up. So I called her back real quick. Like, hey, what's going on, Sarge? She's like, what's going on, Biz Sarge? I said, don't play with me. I said, don't play with me. I'm not playing with you. And she was like, no, I'm serious. I said, that's crazy. Thank you. And then
congrats.
Everybody was, thank you so much. And everybody was sending the orders to me. I said, oh, it's legit. Oh, it's time.
It's real. Yeah, it's real.
Play with me. I know I got to go to BLC to play with me if you want to. I'm not here for it.
Hey, you there?
Look.
You got 36 months to go to BLC.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
For sure. Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Getting into what we're going to talk about, you giving like feedback about the workshops, man. I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah, to be honest, okay, when I first got boots on ground and, when we was over there in Bearn or whatever, I want to say I'm like truly grateful for, when you was like, hey, pull up to the classes, this is what I'm doing, X, Y, and Z. So I pulled up. When I say the stuff that you talked about when it came to, the discipline, the self-motivation, your peers may not be on the same type of time you on, the making, like basically when you talked about making the best of this time. When I came in, I'm the type of person, I'm just like, everything happens for a reason. Everything is said around you for a reason. Mm-hmm. To hear that, basically station here or Mbouge or whatever the case may be, I'm not gonna.
Oh, it's freezing a little bit. That overseas.
I'm gonna work.
It's free. Say that. Say what you was like. I'm not gonna cap, and then say that.
I was like, I'm not gonna cap. I'm human, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna just come out here. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna go home. Mm-hmm. Honestly, now that I'm, 6 weeks away from going home, if I would have did just that, came out here and worked and went home, I would have wasted all my time. I would have wasted 9 months of my life. And before we went into those classes, before you taught us all that stuff, me thinking that, okay, me doing 9 months of straight military, playing this game that we play out here, you know what I'm saying? I would have been benefiting myself. Yeah. Now I would have been benefiting the Army. I would have been benefiting, Davis. Yeah. And so we had the classes or whatever, and you're telling me all this, we talking about all this, we doing the open floor, and I'm hearing everybody else's feedback of what their opinions and stuff like that. And I'm just like, hold on now. Like, all I'm doing out here is making the Army stronger. Like, yeah. what I'm about to do for me?
Exactly.
So I was like, I'm telling you that after that first Wednesday that I came to your class, I'm talking about the next day I got pen and paper. By 2 weeks later, I came back to your class. Hey, I'm enrolled in 5 more classes. I'm this, I'm that. When I say this mode, by the time I go home in 6 weeks, right? Yeah. I've done 14 classes out here, full term, no fast classes, no nothing. Bachelor's in May, master's in January 2024. I have security certs out here. Ooh. I'm talking about I leveled up. And it's crazy because I'm really thinking like at that time I was like, I'm at the work. Not even knowing that, me thinking, okay, I'm at the work, about to do what the Army needs me to do. I was gonna treat myself for these 9 months. Right. So the the little bit of motivation that somebody else could just give you, that you gave me, it was like that click that I needed. It was what I needed to hear, and I was like, Mbouge, right? Like, I can do this, but apply pressure elsewhere. Like I'll never forget in that class one day, you was like, we all got the same 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you wake up, you and this person gonna both work. Yeah. Like when you done working with, they gonna go and lay down. What you gonna do with the rest of your time? Right. And I was like, nah, I got 9 months ahead of me, man. Like I gotta get ahead. I gotta be different.
Even hearing that, like even myself, I know I could have definitely done more. Like doing the workshop, I was doing a lot of interviews, and I think that was probably a compound effect because I realized I'm like, I was working. I don't want to say in a different way, but I know there's even moments I could have worked harder for real. And so that's why I'm like, I even being back now, say on the state side, I'm like, there's so much more I can even do going forward, and it's just a matter of execution. So I'm grateful for that, for real, because I mean, it really does. It really does mean a lot. Yeah.
It's been a wake up call. I'm not gonna lie, your classes. That's why I kept going. Like I kept coming. Like I was like, bro, he said everything I need to hear. I hear everything I need to hear. Yeah, everything. I was like, he ain't saying this stuff for nothing.
And that's what's so special about it, because we said, okay, what topics or what ideas do we need to then work on, or work? If you're talking about this, you talk about how to limit distractions. I was like, bet, let's get into it, because the thing is that like a distraction is inevitable considering about the environment and leadership. So it's like, how can I continue to maximize my time and effort while still going to earn money regardless? You're going to get paid bi-weekly. So it's like, what can I do on the side better myself? And so you take classes, kudos to you, because I'm feeling like, I'm thinking back like, man, I should have worked harder. It's not going to serve me to say shoulda, woulda, coulda. So I'm like, all right, I can only work harder. I can only work harder going forward.
Right, I feel you.
I rock with it. I rock with it heavy.
I think when I came, because that was another thing that you did that I enjoyed a lot. You included everybody. You was like, what do y'all need help with? What do you need us to work on? So everybody was saying, they want you to help them with their spending habits when it comes to X, Y, and Z and all this other stuff. My biggest thing I knew for me was on this mode. Like I said, I'm human. One thing about me that tends to mess up for me a lot, when I'm distracted or tuned out, I get frustrated, and then I'm at a halt because I'm so focused on that distraction, so focused on being frustrated. So we had that class on the distractions or whatever, and how to stay disciplined when it comes to being distracted and stuff like that.
Right.
That also made me, I'm sitting around, I'm peeping, company I keep. I'm like, I'm looking at everybody around me, you know what I'm saying? And they, you taking 5 classes, you tripping. Am I tripping, or you just don't want to? That
because you can't.
As a friend, you should be. As a friend, you should be, commend me. Yeah, like help me out, check on me from time to time. Not, are you tripping? You should quit. Why should I quit? So, but this is the same friend that played the video game 24/8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gonna let him? I swear to you, I told you that story that I watched, man. I go to bed, he's still playing games. I wake up, he's still playing games. I said, bro, you a different breed. But he chose to get better. Yeah. Like for me, I realized I got better at like content creation. I didn't realize how many hours of content I was making until I got back to the States. And I'm like, all right, it's all compounded to perform that, making it's just easier for me now because I was practicing those things. So it's like, all right, I practice in a different way, or I practice my crafts in another way. So it's all these little things that compounded for real. Because what happened is like people gonna get back to the States and they don't want to be at a halt, or they don't want to be shook that, oh wow, I got certain things I gotta do. Oops. Yeah. Whoops. Like it's I should have, would have, could have. I didn't do much. And at the end of the day, they have no one to blame but themselves. So I'm not gonna sit back here in the States and be like, hey, I'm not getting to the bag, or I'm not where I want to be. Well, it is like, no, I got work to do. That's it. Just work.
Oh man.
Do the actual work, and then be a product of your results that you put in.
Exactly.
You put in. That's it. And so you did that. You're still doing that. And I can only commend you for Because you working.
Yeah, I'm happy about it, man. Like I can't even, this person that I've become out here, you know, this work ethic that I've seen. Don't get me wrong, I always worked hard, but I've never, you know, knew that I could do this. I was like, you know, it's not much. I didn't change physically. You know, I ain't seen this type of body since I was 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't change physically. Education took a toll. I'm talking about I've learned new things, and I'm just like, I thought I was working at first, but when you actually put your mind to something, then you take off. Something else that hit me the other day that I learned about in your class a couple months back. I swear I died laughing when you was like, hey, your battle buddies, when it's time to go, they was on shoulda, coulda, woulda.
They go.
And he was like, watch it.
Yeah,
I had one of them. Yeah, I had two of them, female. One of them, she told me something. Yeah, we go home in, you know, 50-something days. She was like, I think I'm gonna get in shape. What you gonna do? And I remember that.
I told you. It's crazy because people think I got so much time. Cause my staff sergeant told me this. He said people gonna think I have 9 months to get right. Then by month 7, they like, all right, bet. Where the gym at? Where the gym at? All right, bet. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll start going.
Yeah.
Like, been going. You should have.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, but
that's what I'm saying.
Right? You're gonna continue to work on you, and they're gonna continue to not understand how much work you put in to get to where you're currently at. And something I'll say that one of the greatest things that I learned while I was over there, a conversation I had with one of the psychologists, he said, is what people need to understand is that what you're creating is a new basis of homeostasis. It's where you're creating a new baseline for yourself. That's what it is. And so what you're doing is that, which I also need to do myself, is that you're increasing your baseline for the work that you're able to put out. So that's why, like, when it comes to publishing a book, I'm like, I know I need to publish like 2 books in the next year. I'm like, there's some work that needs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Work that gotta be done. It's like, I can get it done. Done. So just gotta do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. And you didn't make any excuses.
It don't get no more cut and dry than that. Like, if you want to do it, it's simple as do it. Like I always thought that was touche, but it's not. It's real life. It's real life.
I was just at my alumni school that I graduated high school from, and I was talking to one kid that you used to play football. I said, yeah, I did, and he's telling me what position he played, and I said, look, bro, I said, y'all the same age or y'all in the same grade. You're simply just gonna have to outwork him. And I was like, as cliche as it sounds, I said, you're just gonna have to outwork him.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. You guys are in the same grade. Yeah, some of it you can say is genetics, understandable. However, why is he starting and you're not? Okay, now assess those differences or those weaknesses and go through them. Honestly, work through them. And so you did that. Once again, you did that. You did the work.
Man, when I say, I was just talking to one of my, you didn't get to meet this homeboy because I know I introduced you to a lot of my friends, but he's been out here in AJ the whole time. And so a lot of the stuff that you have, you know, taught me, I'm not a selfish person. I'm gonna pass on the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was telling him, you know, make like everything. You know, I'm trying to help him, you know, become who you helped me to be.
Oh, that's too easy.
You know, he was just like, well, you know, it's a little late in the game for me. I'm like, hey, our life don't stop at the end of this mode. You know what I'm saying? You go home and then you keep pushing out. And I told him, I was like, you know, me reaching this level of, you know, determination, it's not gonna stop. Like, it's not. I'm too proud of myself. Why wouldn't I want this feeling? You know what I'm saying?
As you should. Yeah. As you should be. You earned it. Nobody can take that away from you. I'm sitting here like,
that's the best part. Yeah.
She did that. I'm sitting here like, dang. My staff sergeant, when he heard that you was taking 8 classes, he said, I'm talking about to this day, he said, how's she doing? She doing good. 8 classes, damn. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody will. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody will do that. But they can if they choose to. That's the difference.
They chose to, yes. It's a choice. It's a choice.
did the work. I just want to say that I'm grateful. I just want to say that I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Nah, man, you really helped me out when I say what I'm talking about. That first week, I know you remember. You said, "Hey, I'm having a class. Pull up." You my boy, so you know I was gonna be there.
Yeah.
When I say you said everything I needed to hear the moment I stepped off that plane, man, I'm truly trying to figure out where I would be or what would I have done with this 9 months if I did not do that class. And I'm just like, man, I'm telling you, man, I tell people all the time, yeah, Mbouge, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Thank you. I'm grateful because it was just brick by brick. And I see now I can even talk about those workshops. And I've even done it in my podcast. I just put those same ideas that we talked about in my podcast now. So that then it's like not just you guys who's getting the knowledge. I put it out there. So like the way I see it is crazy because in the next like 6 months, next year, I'm not gonna be in the same as I am today. So people will look back and go, damn, how did you? I'm like, y'all not listening to the podcast? Y'all just not listening. Like, dang, like, but it's okay. It's okay because I'm only gonna say I'm as valuable as I can be, so I control what I can't control. And the next year, you're gonna see. All right, the next 2 years, you're gonna see. It's all just a compound effect. That's it.
Right.
You earned it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I call with you because I was like, you put in the work, and I wanted to genuinely check on how you're doing. And you look like you feeling good, looking better.
I'm better now than I'm in AJ. You know, being about took me out.
I get it.
But no,
I get it. Yeah.
I'm be honest, man. Like we talked about all the time. Like nobody will ever understand the amount of frustration that comes from a deployment. Fact. Even for sure, civilians will never understand it. But even some people in the military that has worn his uniform, whatever the case may be, but they have never mowed. Yeah, they will never understand what you just endured, what I've done, what I've endured in this last 9 months, and it's the most. You know what I'm saying? You have dark days, and you have even darker days, but when you get to that last 60 days,
last 60 days, you start acting different, start cutting up. You like, I'm gonna still be disciplined, but don't ask me for too much.
Tell me nothing.
Don't ask me for too much. I'll say that right now. Oh yeah, I'm done. Oh yeah,
man.
Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't Skype me. Don't signal me.
Yeah.
Me,
bro. And it's not even. And I keep telling people, you got some stations, some people just pulled up. They just got here, and I'm talking about heads down already.
Sure. That's what I was telling you guys. I was like, look, y'all just got here. Pick your head up. Cause it will be a long 9 months. I said, pick your head up. Cause I promise you, you're gonna be hurting. Pick your head up. I promise you.
Hey, I'm talking about they're 2 weeks in and they hurting.
Okay.
And I'm like, look.
Hey, they're gonna learn it.
Yeah.
Nah, 8 months.
And it's see what AJ is one of the other. You got half the base head down, sulking, sad, don't know what they about to do. You got the other side of post, they what a turn up at. All they worried about turning up. Both of y'all worried about the wrong thing to say y'all got another 9 to 11 months out here.
I interviewed a colonel, and I think I interviewed him I think in like April or so. And I interviewed him in April of 2022, and he was like, it's like, man, people are just not, there's a lack of focus out here. People are everything but focused. Anything but focused. I said, ooh, this colonel dropping Jones. I said, damn.
Ain't lying.
Yeah. So
ain't lying.
For real. And so the thing is
ain't
that,
lying.
Like, once again, I just want to, reemphasize that, it's really a blessing and an honor for someone who I'm even looking to you and I'm like, boy, she grinding. I need to put my head down and get focused. Because the biggest thing, I was even talking about one time, I made a post, I was like, one of the greatest superpowers is the ability to focus. Because focus, man, sometimes it's hard. You could be sitting down, no noise, nobody around. You like, let me see what my phone looking like right now. For no reason. Just
what am I eating for dinner? Yeah.
Right. What am I going to do for dinner? knowing good and well it's
Yeah.
6 o'clock, you got a whole another 2 hours before you need to think about dinner. So I'm just grateful because the biggest thing I say is like, you didn't have to show up for the class, but you did. So I said, what can I do to make this as valuable for you? That's it.
I feel you.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly, honestly, when I come home, you in Houston and you like, yo, workshops, I'm there. To see where these classes have got me, I can only imagine where I'm talking about. Mbouge, don't stop, because a lot of I know you may think I'm joking, I'm playing, or whatever case may be, but I like, I'm not gonna lie, but I am gonna give credit when credit is due. Like, if it wasn't for you, I can't even imagine what I would have done with this time. And when I say I've been gone from home since early March. We in November.
Yep.
And
I know.
It's really still, it's really sooner than that, because I had 18 and backdoor diploma. It's been a long year. Thanks. And at the beginning, before any of that, before your classes, like my first 2 months, from 18 to primo, I wasted time. I wasted 2 months right there. Now I'm thinking about it, like, damn, I could have did something. I could have did something in 2 months. Yeah. Like, so, but I'm grateful that I was able to pick it up, when I did, with the help of you. Some people can't say that. Some people got to go home with a conscience of, I just wasted an entire year. You know what I'm saying? But you live and you learn. I'm grateful that I was able to learn early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when I come home, like I said, you keep these workshops up. You already know I'm there for you when you buy the book.
I got this 2. You said what?
You said the next books. I'm there. I'm gonna get them. I still got the hack method. Quit playing.
Hey, I got 2 more books. I got 2 more books coming out. The goal of the next year, and then I will do these workshops. It's just a matter of, honestly, attendance. I think it's the way I market them, because yes, if 3 people show up, I'm gonna kill it for 3 people. But the goal is like 20, 30, because like it's it's I might now that I'm talking about, I might do one next week. I honestly might do one next week, for real. I might do one. I'm locking in. I'm gonna do one next week.
When I'm home, I'm there. I'm there.
It's gonna be via Zoom. It's gonna be via Zoom, so nobody gotta go nowhere. Like, ain't no excuses. I sent you the link. Where you
Too
at?
easy.
Where you
Too
at?
easy. Too easy. Pulling up.
Yeah. Come on. Come here.
Pulling up.
There's some value in this. So
I feel you.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you. And this is just the beginning. This is only the beginning.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying.